Tell me a little bit about yourself and your sign.
My sign, I actually turned away from this ideology which I was brought up into and forced into, because that's exactly how it is. You are forced into it. You have no choice. When I had the choice, I turned away from it. You see, what they're trying to do now in the West is stifle free speech. Anybody that says anything against Islam, it's now being classed as a hate speech. But here's the thing. People who have turned away from Islam have every right to say why we have turned away from it. They can't call us hate speech because we have that right.
Is it difficult being an ex-Muslim? Do you find either peer pressure or outright threats in the community?
I have been staying with the white community for the past 28 years. Right? If I openly live amongst my own community, the Pakistani community, I will be attacked or even killed. 3 of my friends were almost killed in this country. One was almost killed outside his own home, and he had to be escorted out of Bradford with 9 armed officers. Why is this being allowed to happen in this country? This is the penal code of the Sharia law being acted out on the streets of Britain, and yet Parliament ignores it.
And tell me about Tommy Robinson and your thoughts about him. Have you met Tommy? What do you think about his activities and his treatment at the hands of the law?
I met Tommy for the first time about 2010. I first started to speak out alongside him probably 2013. And the reason I stepped out and started to speak with him, because I was fed up of the white people, innocent white people being pushed into a corner and being called racist, and Tommy also being called racist. So I spoke with him and I said, Tommy, let's fly a Pakistani flag to prove that you're not a racist. And he did. And what's happening now is I'm trying to highlight men from my community have raped white girls across 78 towns. Right? When I was being brought up in my own community, the Pakistani community, we are taught white people, filthy, pig-eating filthy people. The girls are trash, they sleep around. This is the attitudes that I grew up with. So when I came across white girls, if they smiled at me, I thought that they were interested. So this is the attitudes that we grew up with. And yet my Pakistani community accused the white community of stereotyping them. And yet it's my community that stereotypes the white people. The most racist community in Britain is the Pakistani community to which I was born into. They are the racist community. I have been staying with the white community for the past 28 years. The white community are the most tolerant, warm, kind-hearted people. I haven't had any issues.
Well, that's just incredible. I really appreciate your very powerful story. It sounds like you've had quite a transformation and you've seen and heard some terrifying things.
Absolutely. I think this country, well, not only Britain, the West will only wake up when it's too late. We are heading towards civil unrest. At the moment, people have got a lot to lose, jobs, etc. When we got high unemployment rate in this country, that's when it started to kick off.
Well, this is very interesting. I appreciate you telling us these things. I'm glad you're here today, and thanks for talking with us.
Thank you for interviewing me.
All right.
Thank you.